What is up, my spooky sluts? Today we are once again Halloween hunting, this time for the month of July. For anybody who may be new around here, just as a little bit of context, I live in Southern California, so all of the locations that I check out are based around there, and more specifically around San Diego and San Diego County areas. I also do monthly Halloween hunting videos as opposed to like weekly or bi-weekly like a lot of other YouTubers do. I just don't want to promote consumerism in like a super excessive way. Like, I love checking out Halloween decor and all of the stuff that you can get, and I have a lot of opinions about it, but I'm also kind of just very disillusioned with consumerism at the moment and just don't think that we should be encouraging people to just mindlessly spend. Like, of course, if you fall in love with an item, you are absolutely allowed to splurge on things that make you happy. But like, there are so many YouTubers and people who will buy like entire new collections worth of things every year, and it's just not sustainable or accessible and relatable. So we are just doing like monthly Halloween hunts where I show you guys everything that I was able to find Halloween related out and about in stores. So on July 9th, I went to Michael's Crafts in Poway, and they had a lot of the same stuff that we have already been seeing, a lot more of the like groovy hippie line that they're doing this year, a bit more of the kind of more traditional like black and orange, like classic Halloween looking line that they've been doing. And they also had a bunch of like miniature town type stuff. You know how like different holidays, particularly just like Halloween and Christmas, they'll have the like miniature towns that you can set up. They definitely had a bit of that started at Michael's so far. And then I also went to HomeGoods in Poway, and they had a couple of end caps started. Nothing too much, just a little bits, little bits and bobs here and there. And they also had some end caps started in the pillows and blankets. I'd say that was the like most that they had so far, was definitely the pillows and blankets. And then on July 15th, I went back to HomeGoods in Poway, and literally within just the couple of days difference, HomeGoods was poppin' with Halloween. They had entire aisles started, and I'm definitely not the only person who's Halloween hunting at this point, because like there was one chick who was like hopping on my dick. Like literally every time I stopped in an aisle trying to get clips, because like I love doing these videos, but I am never going to get footage at the expense of other people's in real life experiences. So like, I'm not going to cut people off or like make people uncomfortable thinking I'm filming around them and things like that. So that's why a lot of this footage too is like definitely, varies in quality. And like every time I stopped to like get a clip, there was like some chick hopping on my dick who was like also trying to check out all of the Halloween stuff that I was doing. But like, oh my God, it was almost in a way that it felt like intentional, like she was following me or like just trying to like stop me from filming. It was weird. But HomeGoods was definitely poppin' with a few aisles of stuff. And then I also went to Michael's in Poway again, and they, of course, had a lot of the same stuff that they already had, but we definitely got some new aisles of more crafting supplies, like their wreath making aisle, and they also had like a ton of miniatures. So apparently miniatures are still like on and poppin', I guess. Because I know like there were a few years where like the minis and like fairy garden stuff and like doll making and like that type of thing was popular. I never really noticed it particularly in the Halloween sphere, but apparently it has hit because there was like a massive section of like Halloween miniatures. One of my goals is to finish a lot of partially done projects that I've already started or things that I've already like started buying supplies for and haven't finished yet. So one of the things I think will help me do that is this garland of like dead kind of mossy looking stuff. I think is going to go fantastically on a wreath that I've already had supplies and been working on for a few years now. I keep not finishing it. So that's definitely a goal for this year, is I need to finish this like Halloween wreath that I'm working on. And then I also found this other garland, which is like a black and green kind of leafy garland that I thought was so cool. Cause like I have recently switched rooms and I'm like getting bookshelves set up and trying to like actually decorate and make it kind of aesthetic. So I've been looking for like black greenery or something. And I found this, which is like a fantastic compromise. Like it has black and darker tones to it, but is still kind of green and natural looking. So I had got one of these to like drape over one of my bookshelves, but they're only like 5 feet each. So for like draping across larger surfaces, didn't end up being enough. So I did actually buy 2 more of these. So I have 3 total. And then I also went to Joann Fabric and Crafts in Poway on this day, and they had a lot of the same stuff that we've already been seeing. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot because like they've put out Halloween so early. It's just going to be hard to see like newer stuff as the months go along. And like low key, I am already, oh my God, one, I am sweating profusely. It's the middle of summer. We're in a car. We're ignoring it. But 2, just like, I almost feel like I'm already a little bit disillusioned with just like the Halloween stuff being in stores, like, or at least the filming of it. Like I'm already experiencing a little bit of Halloween hunting burnout, and I'm hoping that I get a little bit more rejuvenated for August because like it is so early to already be burning out. I think it'll definitely help too if I start like switching up the stores and locations that I go to. if I'm already running errands and stuff, it's easier to hit the same places, but maybe we'll switch it up next month to kind of like add a little bit of new life into the series. But yeah, Joann had a lot of the same stuff that we've already seen before. They have been adding a lot of new end caps, so definitely a little bit of new that we haven't seen yet. And then they also have a ton of fun Halloweenish and spooky kind of fabrics right now. I got some clips of some of my more favorites because there are definitely a few that are some really good kind of spotlight fabrics. And then on July 19th, I actually went back to Joann in Poway. So I got this fun little, mid-century modern spooky cat looking fabric because I just absolutely fell in love with this. I'm going to be turning this into a skirt. So I got a few yards of that. I saw it in the original footage and then could not stop thinking about it. All right, so if it weren't obvious from the literal sweat dripping off of my face during the video, it was quite hot. And apparently it was so hot that it caused my camera to overheat and literally fried the battery. So I had to wait to film this. And then I also went to At Home in Carmel Mountain. They have officially and fully started putting out Halloween. They definitely have a ton of their inflatables set up and the outside stuff we've been seeing bits and pieces of, but they also have a lot of their kind of island displays that they do for the season, as well as the start of their actual aisle collections. So we don't have all of their aisles set up yet, but we definitely have the first collection starting to be put out, and it looks like we have another aisle or two that they're going to be filling up in a little while. also went to Michael's in Carmel Mountain. And I'm gonna be so real, this Michael's pretty much had all of the same stuff that we have seen in the past from the Poway Michaels. This location obviously just has a different configuration for like how they display things in their store and where they display things, but ultimately it is a lot of the same items, the same collections, just switched up a little bit in location. On July 21st, I popped into the Dollar Tree in Ramona. I saw, like, from the outside, they had the first little splash of some of their autumnal kind of Halloweenish floral on some of their outside displays. And then inside we had like a couple of end caps started, some of their little seasonal bits and bobs, as well as an entire aisle that seems to be like new, that like I've never seen at this location before, that they seem to have set up as more of like a home decor type aisle, but they had a bit of Halloween stuff started in this aisle. And it was like, no, it wasn't the dollar, it was specifically like a $3 to $5 aisle, which I've never noticed before, but I am glad that they are making that distinction, because it's so annoying to pick up stuff that are like randomly just throughout the store and then have it be a different price. But I picked up these little guys at the Dollar Tree to add to another Halloween project that I'm working on. And with that, those were all of the locations that I was able to check out for the month of July. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next month.